Hours after the deadly shooting, the law enforcement community is coming to grips with the loss of one of their own. 10 on your side's Jason Marks is in Newport News. And Jason, this is no doubt heartbreaking for them.
Very sad day, Katie, for everyone in law enforcement, especially here in Newport News, where Trooper Dermyer once worked, as Deanna just mentioned. Now, we talked with some of his former colleagues. They tell me he had a passion for being in law enforcement. He loved being an officer, and one former chief told me that he was a star. He was a star when it came to law enforcement. As Deanna mentioned, Trooper Dermyer was shot and killed yesterday inside that bus station in Richmond during training. He was here in Newport News as a police officer in 2003. He was his first stop in a career in law enforcement. He left to go back home to Jackson, Michigan in 2007. That's where he grew up, and he graduated high school. Now that's near Lansing. He joined that department in 2008. He served at that city until March of 2011, when the department had to make some budget cuts and they laid off some officers. Dermyer was one of 11 officers who got laid off. He came back here to Hampton Roads, where he became that state trooper. We just spoke with his former chief in Jackson, who says Dermyer was always a top-notch officer.
He was quick study, picked up on things quickly, even keeled, just pleasant guy to talk to, easygoing, very professional, carried himself well, and he really had a strong work ethic, really liked to stay active and get into things.
Chief Haynes with the Jackson PD says things are very somber in that small community. His family still lives there. His sisters and other family members work in Jackson. So obviously it's not just the department up in Michigan that's hurting, but also that whole community. The same could be said here in Newport News. I'm told the feeling is very somber. Coming up in a short while, we'll talk to some of his former colleagues here in Newport News, and we'll have some of what they had to say about the life of Trooper Dermyer and his time here in Newport News, starting today on Wavy News 10 at 4. For now, we're live in Newport News. Jason Marks, 10 on your side.
Jason, thank you. And we have much more coverage of this story on wavy.com, including more reaction from state leaders and more photos of Trooper Dermyer.